back to Diamond Niners Weekly. It is Tuesday night of opening week, and once again, we are talking Charlotte baseball. We hope live at the Hayes. This is Nick. I'm joined as always by Kevin.
What's up, Niner Nation?
Producer Brad's over there.
Hey, hey.
And a little change of pace here this week. We'll get Coach Woody in here, but right now, joining us all the way from Brookhaven, PA, we got sophomore infielder Nate Fuhrman.
How we doing, guys? Appreciate you having me out tonight.
Oh man, this is big time for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a call out there. So you ought to see what's going on here at the Hayes tonight. Boys have been practicing. They're getting off the field. They've been practicing, getting ready for this weekend. Literally going on around us. They're packing up to leave for Tampa. Like we're in the middle of a move here. So we appreciate them letting us get in their way tonight. And wouldn't you know, in the middle of all that, the technology is just it's after us again. So hey, if you're in the chat out there tonight. First of all, we always love it when you get in the chat and respond to us. So we really need you to do that tonight. Let us know let us know if you're getting us. It's that kind of night. So let us know that you're out there and that we're fairly confident that you can hear us. We're not sure if you can see us. So jump in the chat and let us know how it's going. So, all right. Let's get going here. We got Nate Fuhrman, and that's where we're going to start. What's up, Nate?
Not too much. Just getting ready for the weekend. Can't wait.
So, what do you got going on this weekend? You getting a little homework done, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, this weekend is not too much homework is on the schedule. Trying to get that in tonight and tomorrow night, so we can clear the schedule for the weekend and go to work.
Okay, so you're set to open up your second campaign as a Niner. What's the excitement level right now? How are you trying to keep low key? How do you prepare? Are you kind of trying to stay low key, or are you just already jacked up?
Yeah, just trying to keep it low key for now. Once we step foot in Tampa, it's full gas and no breaks. We'll be excited to go. I'm usually one of the most fired up guys on game day, so I'm bringing out all the tricks this weekend, and I'm gonna be screaming. So.
Wait a minute, Big Firm is like one of the most fired up guys on game day, Kevin?
I believe it. He gets me fired up right now.
The upside on this, Kevin, is we've with some of the issues that we're having this week, we've been sitting here. We've had a chance to talk to Nate here for a little bit, and you've been imparting some wisdom to him about coaching baseball. We've been talking school. We've been talking all kind of stuff, right? So it's cool to get to catch up, and like we say, Big Firm's rating gold, right?
Yeah, our ratings are going through the roof right now, so we appreciate you, Nate. Saw you last Friday at the first pitch dinner. How did you enjoy that? What are your takeaways from the event last Friday night?
Yeah, I thought it was a great event. It was really cool, to be there with the guys, obviously, but to see some of the alumni come back. That's the kind of stuff you don't get every day. Getting to talk to some different guys and with Seeger being the keynote speaker, it was really just an awesome night. We had a blast, and it's one of those nights that you're just grateful to be a part of. Grateful to be part of such a program with rich tradition, and just good people. It was a room full of good people, and that's anything that a player could ask for. So it was an awesome night for sure.
Yeah, we had a good time, and Nick did a pretty good job himself out there.
No doubt.
Just happy to be a part. So you guys are kicking off the season on Friday, 2:00 against Louisville, right? So in fact, if we have any fans and friends and fans tuning in from the Bluegrass State, hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Welcome aboard. So what you guys are set to leave on Thursday, right? You're flying out on Thursday. You're going to get down to Tampa, have a little walkthrough, maybe hit some BP on Thursday night. Is that kind of the plan, or
Yeah.
Have you gotten that far yet?
Yeah, we'll touch down in Tampa. We'll head to the hotel, get settled in, and then we'll get to the field and get our work in. We'll go through our usual pre-series routine practice wise. So get the legs moving, get some defense in, and then we'll swing it around the yard and get ready for the weekend.
Cool. So, this is the first time we've had you on, and I don't know what took this long, but it's the first time we've had you on. We should have done a long time ago. You'll come back again before it's all over with.
Of course.
With the process, just talk a little bit about tell Niner Nation about your process about becoming a 49er, because I mean you didn't grow up around here. You're not from the region, but you came south of the Mason-Dixon, if you will, to come all the way down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and you've become really an important part of the program and the roster. So just talk to people about kind of your process of becoming a Niner.
Yeah, it was, I think about this all the time. It was definitely a crazy process. Being in high school and being up north, it was always just, the recruiting process was always just trying to play, with my team and play for the guys that I was around, and letting all of that stuff take care of itself. So I was lucky enough to be able to play for the Evo Shield Canes and Jeff Petty and Dan Gitson, and I think that was just amazing, playing with guys from all across the country, and it just worked out that Coach Woodard took the job here at Charlotte, and it was actually on my birthday. I was at the movie theaters with my mom. We were watching The Lion King. The new Lion King came out, and my mom was like, "Listen, we're going to the movies. Like, I don't care if you have plans. We're going to the movies today, so clear your schedule." So I was like, "All right, Mom, let's do it." So we're sitting in the movie theaters, and I get a text from Dan Gitson, and it said it was just a contact, and it said Coach Woodard, and he put below the contact, he said, "Coach Woodard from Charlotte will be in contact soon." So I'm watching The Lion King with my mom. I'm like can't focus. Like looking at my phone. I'm like, this is crazy, Mom. Like Charlotte, like it's not around here. Like that's a whole different ball game. So long story short, I came down to a camp with my mom and dad, and we did a visit the night before, which went amazing, and then the camp was great. I didn't really play great, but I'm thankful these guys took a chance on me, and just thankful to be here. It's an amazing place with great people, and ready to get year 2 started.
So let me just recap this here, make sure I have this straight. Your experience as a Niner started in a movie theater with your mom seeing The Lion King.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty solid stuff, Kevin.
It's like a start to a movie, man.
You know what? Go to a movie, folks. Right? That's good stuff. So, which they remade The Lion King? Is that?
Yeah, it was like a live action Lion King.
That was the one. Yep.
See, I'm way out. You and your boys probably saw that.
Oh yeah, we sure did.
I'm way out of the loop on that. I didn't see that.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good.
Okay.
We'll have to get Coach Bick to come in. And
Coach Bick will come down here and break down.
We'll give a review. Yep.
Yeah.
But let me guess, you probably don't remember much about the movie after the text came in. You were just.
Yeah, I mean, my mind was going. It was going everywhere. I mean, I somehow enjoyed the movie with my mom. We had a great day. I enjoyed the birthday, but man, that was a good text. That text turned out to be one of the craziest and best texts I've ever got. So,
talk a little bit about stepping on campus for the first time, because I'm gonna tell you, we talk about this all the time. That for those of us that have been here and seen so many changes over the years, as far as the physical campus goes, it is hard for me or Kevin or Brad to see this place the way people see it for the first time. Whenever we talk to people that have never been here and then they come, they're like, "Oh my gosh, look at this!" I mean, right down to the view from the baseball stadium with the buildings in the background. I don't want to say we don't appreciate it, Kevin. I don't think that's right, but it's easy for us to miss that, don't you think? It's
being here all the time. There's a lot of things we miss that other people see.
Yeah, so we can look right past things and just kind of take it. But talk about stepping on this campus for the first time and just experiencing what it has to offer.
Yeah, it's just a special place. I tell me and my parents talk about it all the time. Like there's nowhere back home that can make it feel like Charlotte at all. It's just it's an amazing campus and all of the brick in the buildings, the trees and everything everything is where it's supposed to be. It feels like like we have the little air like the quad down here with the athletic fields, and then the union and everything. It's really just amazing and it's kind of funny that you bring this up because like usually once a week, if we're in the indoor or doing something, I'll walk out of the indoor and I'll try and just like take it in. I'll look at the turf and look at the trees, up to the student union building, and it's like, dang, this is crazy. Like I get to come here every day, and kids would kill to be able to be out here on this field all day with this view. So I try and do that once a week and like center myself and just think like this isn't Philadelphia anymore. Like we're in Charlotte and this is an amazing place to play baseball and go to school. So yeah, I would say when me and my parents stepped on campus, it was just like a kind of a shock moment. Like it was like, wow, this is amazing. Like this is a college campus. Like this is awesome. So it was unbelievable. And I know when my parents still come into town, they're like, they kind of just take it all in because it's amazing and just lucky to be here for sure.
We can tell you, you've really embraced being a 49er. Seems like every time we had a football game, our photographer would always find Nate Fuhrman in the front row, getting excited. So it was fun seeing those pictures and you out supporting other athletes here on campus. What I wanted to ask you about is your freshman year. You had a great freshman year. Talk about that transition from high school ball into the fall here, and then starting as working your way into the starting lineup as a freshman here at Charlotte.
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock. Walking into a locker room with 23, 24-year-old guys, it's like, all right, this is go time. Like they're not going to wait for you to get caught up. You jump right in there, and the coaches were awesome, helping me kind of get acclimated. And one guy that was great for me was Todd Elwood. He was, if I ever needed anything, like I leaned on Woody, and I kind of followed in his tracks, just seeing what he did and the kind of stuff that he did, and just trying to be a good guy, be a good teammate, be a good guy, and I think that's what helped me most, get acclimated with the guys and just get comfortable with everything. But it was definitely a transition. But the season was great. Those guys, the group we had last year and the group we have this year, it's just you can tell that guys come here for a reason, and that's to get to Omaha. So that's the goal, and being surrounded with guys and coaches every day, that is the goal, and that's why guys are here. That's when you realize that's when it's something special. So.
Yeah, that's one of the we talk about with all the the guys were talking about their years on Friday night as far as they were a COVID sophomore or this and that and the other thing. With so many, with college baseball being as old as it is, we talk about some of the implications of that, but that's something you brought up. Something I thought there that's important, that's kind of overlooked, is you had some guys and continue to have some guys in the program that have been here for an extended period of time to mentor young guys.
Sure.
I mean, and you start talking, and you brought up Todd Elwood, and I could totally see him being, a great mentor, and that extends out to right now to Matt Brooks and Colby Bruce.
Right.
You can just see guys like that being great mentors to the the young guys coming into the program, and I mean that's important for continuity, right? That kind of gets you helps you get up to speed, right? You don't have to try to figure it out on your own. They're starting to tell you, we need you, okay, here's what you got to do. Here's the time commitment you're looking at.
Right.
So that's pretty cool that you've had, you've had the opportunity to do that. And now, I mean, really, it feels like you've been here for quite a while now. So, seriously, now you're in position where you've been through that,
Right.
and you get the opportunity to kind of impart some things to young guys coming in behind you, right?
Yeah, no doubt. That's important for me too. First and foremost, just trying to be like the best teammate you can be, and shortly, like right behind that is setting an example for not even just the guys that are coming along, the younger guys, but even guys the same age and older. It's like stuff flows and goes a certain way here, and we call it like the standard. Like the standard is the standard, and that was one thing I learned last year. Like when that standard is kept and that's how we do things. That's when championships come, and that's where you get into the good stuff. So that's definitely important for me, and the guys are awesome. Everyone does their part, and that's why I'm so excited for the season. Is we've worked so hard, not only on the field but just off the field. Like guys are great in the classroom, guys are doing the right things. Even something that me and Kevin were talking about, like getting good sleep. We've had conversations about guys are trying blue light glasses, guys are trying sound music on their phone to sleep better, but it's all just fun and games. But Friday's when we go. So
yeah, while we were sitting here trying to work some things out, Nate was giving Kevin sleeping advice about how to potentially get a little better sleep. Did you get some good pointers there, Kevin?
Maximize my quality of sleep. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
That's important, and knock on wood, I'm not having issues with that. When I lay down, I'm out, I'm gone. Like maybe even before my head hits the pillow, kind of thing. So what we got to do here is Nate's been really, really generous with his time here. He's been hanging out with us for a little bit, and we've enjoyed every moment of it. But these guys are students, and Nate's no exception. He's got some homework he's got to get to because he's going to be a little busy this weekend down in Tampa, Florida. So leave us with a final thought, Nate. What's Nate Fuhrman going to do this weekend? Let's get just be bold. Just tell us what's up. What you going to get done?
Yeah, I think the only thing I can say is we're ready to go. We're the guys are locked in. We got a great group of dudes, and it's showtime on Friday. So the guys will be ready. We're coming full throttle, and we're excited to get down there and get to work.
I got a question. Are you going with the DMX walk-up music this year again?
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. My parents like it, so as long as they like it and the guys in the dugout like it, I'm good with it. So.
It's good. It's a good choice. Nate.
Appreciate that.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
That's right. All right, Nate. Thank you for your time, man. We're going to get you out of here and get you off to your homework. Can't wait to have you back, man. Appreciate you.
Sounds good, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna effort. We're gonna go see if we can find Coach Woody, and move him in here for you. He's actually sitting on the other side of the room. He's giving us a look. He's giving us a look. Heck, he was giving us a look the whole time. Thank you, Nate.
Good luck, man.
Is this where we pause for station identification?
The station identification.
Our sponsors. We pause for our sponsors.
We should have like a commercial break right here.
Yeah, our Grand Slam Club used to be our only sponsor, right?
Yeah, we haven't done the Grand Slam Club read in a while, so we could have brought that back. That
Great job,
spot
Farmer.
right there.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, Woody. So, what's up? Guy, what's going on?
We're just wrapping up Tuesday here, getting ready for Wednesday. I think over the years I've learned that kind of this, the closer you get to opening day, the easier it is to get ahead of yourself. So we're just, we had a really good practice today. Energy was was at a high level. Worked on a few new things, just kind of crossing T's and dotting I's on a few things, and we'll get back out there tomorrow for our last practice here at the Hayes before we head to South Florida.
Guys are ready to get a hold of somebody else, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But that's so is Louisville, and so is Uconn, and so is South Florida. This is a very, very exciting time of year, and it's something that every year that I'm fortunate enough to get to be in baseball, I try to never take it for granted, and couldn't be more excited to share a dugout with this group of guys. They've worked extremely hard.
Yeah, this is the best time of year, our favorite time of year. Get to get started, and we've been, well, I mean, in fairness, Kevin, I mean, you back me up on this. We've been trying to talk ourselves out of being excited about the season for about what?
6 months?
6 months at least. About August. We're talking baseball all the time, right? And we would be like, well, hold on, we've got 6 months till the season starts. Let's not get excited. But heck, we're 3 days away.
Yeah, it's crunch time now, and you can tell all the activity going around the stadium that these guys are getting ready to roll, and it's definitely got me amped up and excited.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, folks. We've literally been watching things get packed up here at the Hayes while we were getting ready. So it's go time. We've got a few. We jumped in with since we got the opportunity to have Nate in here, and we appreciate him stopping by. But Kevin, we got a few reminders we wanted to bring up. Why don't you walk us through that?
Yeah, just a few housekeeping items. Just want to remind everybody that tickets for the Uptown games that the Niners are playing March 11th against App State and against Davidson on the 23rd are on sale now through the Knights website. Also, you can still purchase season tickets through the 49ers websites. They have season tickets available. Lower levels almost sold out. There's single game tickets available also, and also 10 ticket flex packages available. And once again, thanks to our sponsor, the Grand Slam Club. I don't know if you have that read memorized.
No, I don't. But that's easy enough. Yeah. Grand Slam Club. This program wants to go to Omaha. In order to get to Omaha, we need resources and tools and support. Join the Grand Slam Club. Get some cool gear. Push the program onward towards Omaha. Yeah, that's pretty simple.
That's a great segue to our next topic of discussion. You go ahead.
Yeah, so Coach, we want to get your take. We've certainly been talking about it ever since Friday night. But the first pitch dinner here was on campus. We talk about some of these guys that did such a great job speaking and everything, and all the support, the people that came out. But just to start off with, Coach, some general reaction from you on the first pitch dinner Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, it was just great to be back around everyone. After last year was a virtual event, and 2 years ago was our first annual event in person, and so to have 150, 175 people back in the same room, and we're talking about our closest supporters. You're talking about people that have been following and cheering for Charlotte baseball for a long time in that room, and just to see so many alumni, former players first and foremost in the room, so many of Justin Seeger's friends and teammates, and people like Eric Miller back from the original 49er team in the room, and everybody coming together and celebrating these guys, and both the programs past and present, and getting ready for the season. It's just special, and it's something that we're very excited about continuing to build and furthering, getting further and further beyond pandemic, and to where we have a better understanding of how to navigate things and have gatherings and get people in the rooms together and celebrate this. Our goal for next year is to get up over 300. So we're already having discussions about that. And, it's an event that, in my opinion, if you've got any level of support of Charlotte baseball, near or far, that you should circle on the calendar and try to attend, because you really can't put a price on some of the moments. Can't put a price on Justin Seeger sharing stories, senior remarks from Matt Brooks, seeing some of our players who've worked extremely hard day in and day out, getting recognized and deservingly so. And so it's a big night, and we're just we thought our MC did a fantastic job.
He did all right.
So they're picking on me. If you weren't there, I was honored, extremely honored to be the MC of the first pitch dinner on Friday night. I'll say this: I never. That's not anything I ever really thought about doing. But in general, as I've been looking back on it over the last few days since, my association with the university has provided some really cool opportunities and some great memories, over the years. And Friday's one of them. I mean, it was cool. It was fun to get up there and do that. And I didn't get fired mid-show, so that's what's cool. I mean, I'm used to not getting fired around here, but I didn't know that was a whole different deal. So that was cool, and I appreciate the staff and the athletic department and the athletic foundation for letting me do that. That was pretty cool. But you mentioned a couple of these, and we'll come back to them, Coach. But Matt Brooks gave senior remarks. I don't even know where to go with that, with what Matt did. That Matt was fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Brooks is the epitome of student athlete. I mean, that it's guys like him that motivate you as a coach to be at your best, because and then we have others, but it's guys like Matt Brooks that deserve our best, and because he's brought his best every single day for 6 years, going on 6 years, and you can't quantify his impact and his leadership, his wisdom, the things that he brings to that locker room and to that weight room and to the dugout and to the apartments and all those things. It's you can't quantify it. There's no metrics for it, and it all translates to winning, and it all translates to pushing us closer to where we all want to go. And I'm so excited for Matt to have a big year for us on the mound, because I know how much this place means to him. That was on full display Friday night.
Yeah, Kevin, we've known Matt for 6 years now. I mean, did you see that coming?
I didn't. No, that was kind of a surprise. We're all pulling for Matt, and I just don't know how you got on the microphone after that. After he spoke like that, that was hats off to you for taking the microphone
right into the live auction.
Yeah. Right into the live auction. I was sitting there on the stage, and while he was talking, and it was so authentic. That's the word that kept coming to mind. So authentic. I mean, the emotion, the authenticity, the connection was there, And my first thought was, this is so awesome. My second thought was, what am I supposed to say after this? Let's just shut her down.
I think you said you had a good point of view. You got to see his parents as he was making that speech, and we've met his folks, and they're great folks as well. Good to see them on Friday, but special family.
Yeah, it was so cool. He did such a great job, and man, I think what I'll bring back the comment that I recall saying anyway after that, as I was trying to put myself back together, was, if anybody ever asks you why you support Charlotte baseball, you tell them about Matt Brooks. That's enough right there. Guys like that. That's why you do this. So also, in the other speaker that you mentioned, we had a few other folks we'll talk about here in a second, but you talked about Justin Seeger being back on campus and delivering sort of the keynote address, and talk about that process. I'm assuming, I didn't ask you this before, but I'm assuming that you called Sieg and got him lined up and all that. So just talk about how that, kind of how that came to be.
Yeah, for us as coaches, we always we're always talking about, who are the people that care the most, who are the people that, love this place the most. And, this in my third year of being here, Justin's name kept coming up as like, man, every time he's here, you can just kind of feel that when he's here, like when he talks about his experiences here and his days and his teammates and the teams that he played for, you can just hear, the passion for those times and those teams and those times in his voice. And he kind of doesn't, kind of doesn't want to leave when he's here. It's something we kind of notice. It's like people who come back and there's no agenda, there's no need. It's just kind of like he comes back here. He came back here a few times, and there was just always just, you could just see how much he cares about this place. So, and there's a long list. There's a long list of people that really, really care about this program. But, I just felt like him being an alumni, a former player who helped us, have some really great teams in his era, and for him to be a conference player of the year and how much he cares about this place, it really was a no-brainer. So it was so fun for me to be able to sit back and just kind of hear a lot of stories and aspects of his time here that I had never heard before. And that's the best, that to me is the best part is, you get kind of peel back some layers from some times that, I wasn't a part of. So you get to hear some great stories, and he told some great ones, and our guys all talked about it. They all said after the event, they said, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool getting to hear a former player share stories very similar of what we're going through and what we're dealing with. And, a couple even said, maybe one day that, I'll be up there as well. And that's kind of the idea is, we want to support and honor our former players first and foremost.
It was pretty cool to hear him speak. And he didn't really talk about any games in particular or anything like that. He talked about his teammates. He talked about the memories, riding the buses, goofing off in the dugout, goofing off in the dorm room. Memories that'll stick with you forever and that are off the field. That's what playing college baseball is about to me, it seems like. And a lot of the guys repeat the same stories about their camaraderie, and that's what they miss the most about playing the game of baseball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? It's like you hear in life. You hear that thing. It's like you don't nobody gets to the end of their life and says, I wish I'd spent more time at work, or I wish I had done these various other things. What they remember is the interaction, the connection and that kind of thing, and it's so cool to see that now. And I gave the guys this. During Justin's introduction that he left here after 3 years, was drafted, but he came back and he got his degree. That's, you're talking about being an example. That's fantastic to not only have a guy that's so accomplished and cares about the program so much, but set that example for our current guys. He went off and he chased his dream, and now he came back to campus. He finished his degree. He's out there in the business world. He's an entrepreneur. And is doing some great things. So it's important. I always feel like it's important to remind these guys, as proud as we are and as closely as we follow their baseball careers, that there's going to be a life after that, and you might be up there on stage one of these days, and it might be introducing you.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no, and it's as you bring that topic up, I sit here in this chair at this table, or the round table when it's here. But I sit here in this seat every time we sit down with every player and family, with this view, and kind of wrap up a visit, and we offer an opportunity to come play and be a part of this program. And all we ask are for two things. We ask that every player that comes to this program give us everything they got to try to help us get to Omaha and play in the College World Series and compete for national championships. Give us everything you got. On and off the field, that encompasses a lot of things. And then the second thing is that you promise us that you graduate, from this great university and get your degree, whether that's in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, whenever it is. I'm still talking to Bryce McGowan and Aaron McKeithen about stay dialed in. Even if you got to chip away, But the degree that we're talking about here, it will open doors that they don't even know exist. And I'm a testament to that. I played and this and that, but it's the degree that hangs on my wall that allows me this unbelievable opportunity coaching here at Charlotte. And if I didn't finish the job on that front, then I wouldn't be here.
We're going to talk just a moment about Bryce and Aaron, the Q&A they did. A couple things coming into the chat, and I'm just going to go with them because one of them's hilarious. Our boy Feet says, "Let's go Niner Nation." What's up, Feet? Glad to have you with us.
What's up, Feet?
And then and this came in from Don Woodard. Just buckle up. Which, by the way, if you were listening last week, you didn't figure out that Nidra at the front of the show and Don at the end of the show were the same person. Kind of are. Now I've blown Nidra's secret.
Gonna need an alias. A new alias.
Gonna need a new alias. Don says he wished he could have been there. And then he says, and this, I'm just going with it, he heard Nick did a terrific job, but now I know why you always wear a baseball cap. I'm Don, this story is for you and just you, okay? So if you're out there in the audience, just you're just along for the ride. Don, you are so right, because I had two different people come up to me on Friday night. I was not wearing a ball cap. Two different people that really only see me at the ballpark start talking to me and mid-sentence look at me and say, "Oh, it's you. I don't think I've ever seen you without a ball cap on before." So there were couple people that were literally confused about who I was. Because
we can update the dress code for next year.
Because, some people, some of the in the VIP area, right? You got a hat, and those people put their hats on.
Yeah, I know a guy. We can adjust that.
Maybe I should have. I just got a hat. So maybe I should just brought one of my caps and put it on. So
all players in uniforms too with their number. So we.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's all out of context. Seeing people without their hats and.
That's what we should do. Nick in game uniform.
I don't think anybody.
If you ever get a New Jersey model.
I don't know about all. Well, you'd have to, yeah. Anyway,
that'd be epic.
Oh gosh. So Don, that's the true story. Is there were a couple people that just weren't sure who I was at first, until they realized, it's Nick. He just doesn't have a Niner ball cap on. So maybe I'll just have to wear the ball cap next year. So, couple other things here. We did do a Q&A with Aaron McKeithen and Bryce
awesome.
McGowan, our newest Pro Niners, and pretty cool. Just for the people in the room to get some insight into what's going on as a minor leaguer, but also with all the guys in the room, right? I mean, they're just one step ahead of them, so they're bringing some information back, and beyond that, I know those guys are around. It seems like I run into Aaron McKeithen all the time when you come around here, and he's spending time with guys still. So just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a proud moment for, I think, our entire coaching staff, is to see, both Bryce and Aaron put everything they possibly had into last year and that team, and they always kept the team at the forefront. I mean, it was whether it was Bryce pitching deep into games, or it was coming out of the bullpen to help us win games, or it was Aaron catching in 61 but starting, I think, 59 games behind the plate. They laid it on the line for this program every single day, and whether practice, training, classroom, game, and we talk to our guys all the time that everything you put into this program, it will give back to you tenfold, and we owe so much to Bryce and to Aaron, and the doors are always wide open for those two guys and every other former player that that comes back, and whether it's to speak or to train or to drop by, and it's just really, really important. And I was just so proud to hear them speak about the program and their professional careers, and just they're certainly professional players, but they're even better people, and I'm just so proud of them, and I couldn't be more excited to follow them, both in their baseball careers and their personal journeys, and certainly help them any way we possibly can moving forward.
Yeah, I think both of them had different paths to the draft, but both of them mentioned that they didn't have a lot of offers before they came here, and they ended up developing into major league draft picks. And that's a testament to you guys that worked with them for the time that you've been here, developing those guys and their work ethic also, developing them from not many offers guys to major league players or professional baseball players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean it takes everybody. It starts with them. I mean they're the ones with incredibly high ceilings and very high floors. I mean they're really good players, and again, just it's I think our approach as a coaching staff that we and with the help of the Grand Slam Club, which I'm just telling you, like it's real. Like it's everyone that contributes to the Grand Slam Club, it goes straight to our players. It goes straight to technology. It goes straight to weight room materials. It goes straight to nutrition. At some point, like we really do want to. I mean, I heard Nate talk about the emphasis we put on sleep. I mean, we put a lot of emphasis on sleep. Like I would love to have Aura rings and or Woot bands for every player that ever plays in our program, because it's all of those things are so important now to competing at the highest level. And there's edges and there's wins and everything, and so again, those are really good players that with the help of so many, we've been fortunate the last 2 to 3 years to really kind of acquire some things that again, they've picked up the tools themselves and done the work. So we're just going to be more proud of them.
Woody, for a second, I thought you were about to tell us that the ceiling is the roof.
It is. It absolutely is. Ceiling is the roof. The GOAT said it, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, that's a little Michael Jordan joke. If you don't get it, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. Yeah. You also named. We're going to get around to talking some baseball for this weekend. I promise, folks. You also rolled out a couple of new gold standard players. We do definitely need to mention them in Spencer Giesting and Jake Cunningham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's pretty neat for our coaching staff because it has to be unanimous. It has to be unanimous amongst all coaches and support staff members. And there's a lot of players that we say it's only a matter of time, But then we say, but these two in particular, we felt like this was the right time. We feel like both Jake and Spencer are leaving a legacy here. They're working at a level at which is very uncommon and hard to do, and again, they're all about their teammates and this program first, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. So it seems like very basic things, but I assure you that the level at which they're doing it every day is not normal, and it's just very much appreciated by our entire coaching staff, and want to make sure that those two guys know going into the season how highly we think of them and regard them, and they've earned it.
And the last couple of cool moments we'll just quickly touch on before we move along here is Austin Knight got his All-American certificate there on Friday night. He did not know that was coming, right? Did his dad was in it? Did his dad know that was coming? Mm-mm. He didn't either. Mm-mm. Okay, because his dad was looking pretty. That was a pretty cool moment too. Palmer was that. Yeah, that explains that. He didn't know it was coming either. Okay. So that was a neat moment, to get to honor an All-American there on stage. And also you guys paid tribute to Sidney Pike. He's kind of the guy that gets stuff done around here behind the scenes. And that was a framed. Sidney was honored with a framed copy of the scorecard from the Maryland NCAA tournament game, right?
Correct. Yeah, game one.
Game one
against Maryland in the regional in Greenville. Yeah, we We framed a copy of the dugout card, which I've always I don't know where it started, but I've always thought that dugout cards, when kept neatly and accurately, I think they tell a pretty cool story, And here we are, 9 months removed, or however far, 8 months removed, to where you go back and you look at that lineup and you look at the pitching changes and you look at the mound visits and you look at Maryland's team and stuff like that. It just tells a story, and we don't.
It's an artifact.
Yeah, I mean it's unique. There's no duplicate of that game. Whole nother tangent, but very similar to chess. No two games are played the same unless it's like 4 moves or less. But similar to baseball, it's no two games are the same. Every game is different, and we do not win that game without everything Sidney Pike brings to our program on a daily basis. I believe that.
Yeah, awesome, dude. So many awesome guys. Well, Kevin, you want to talk about baseball?
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, we do have some baseball to talk about, right? I mean, next week we'll be talking about results, and that's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get into that. But hey, we got a weekend to preview.
Yeah, we got a great little the USF Invitational down in Tampa this weekend. We talked about it a little bit last week. It's kind of got like a regional feel to it with the 4 teams that are in there. I'll go through the list real quick, and we can talk a little bit about each team if you want, Coach.
Absolutely.
We'll end with Louisville since Louisville's on the mind right now.
Sure.
But USF.
You guys know how I operate.
Yeah. We're trying to get you back to your comfort level. USF, they're picked to finish 6th in the AAC this year, but last year went to their first super regionals. So super regional, they won the AAC tournament, got hot at the right time, won their regional, and won the Florida regional. I think they beat Miami and Florida down in there. They've been in 4 regionals the past 10 years, so definitely a program on the rise, similar to our program here. We shared a conference with them for years in the old days and the old Conference USA days, and we're getting ready to share a conference with them in the AAC soon.
I want to say that went back to like 1976.
Yeah,
We've been in a conference with South Florida since like 1976.
Yeah, I think our first conference tournament game was against South Florida. So,
yeah.
Coach, you got anything you want to say about the Golden Bulls down in South Florida?
Yeah, no, I mean it's Coach Billy Mole is he's a first class coach. He's been doing it a long time. I don't know how many head coaches or former pitching coaches, but I think we're in the minority, and so it's kind of a little fraternity, I guess. Like, we kind of look out for one another in a sense, obviously until the game starts, and that sort of thing. But just he reached out a number of months ago, I think last summer or previously, and had mentioned that they wanted one more team to join this weekend, and he was adamant that they wanted 4 teams that had competed in the NCAA tournament at the regional, super regional, College World Series level in the recent years. And so it was a real honor for him to reach out to us after last year and invite us to play in this event because it's three opponents that I know share the same or similar goals that we have, and it's gonna be 3 dogfights with talking about South Florida that on Sunday, but every opponent has really high goals, and we know that going in, and they've got a really talented lineup with a lot of returners, and I think they've got 2 starting pitchers that are in the top 150. According to D1 baseball. So they're going to be a complete team that's well coached. And, it's going to be, when we get there, game 3, it'll be a really good challenge.
Yeah. And they're kind of playing the no respect card, being picked to finish 6th in the AAC after they just won a tournament and kind of had their best year in school history. But, there's a lot of good teams in that conference, but we'll see how it goes on Sunday.
6 does feel a little low for them.
Yeah. They got one. So it was interesting. They picked 6th in the coaches poll, but they got 1 first place vote. So anyway, little Niner connection to USF. Their associate head coach Bo Durkak was hitting coach here for a good period of time under under Coach Hibbs.
Yep.
So yeah, going to be a familiar face down there to Niner Nation.
Yeah, the Charlotte UCF thing. There's a lot of familiarity there, just on a number of levels, longevity, history, current staff. There's just a lot of cross pollination there. That's now I have it on good authority that they have a awesome Saturday tailgate scene, so I'm going to be checking that out. So South Florida folks, look out for. I don't know. I'm going to pass it to tailgate lot.
The audience is in shock.
Hey, look, we got to find out what's going on. This is an AAC environment, right? I mean, we've got to know what it's like. So I'm going to go check it out.
There you go.
Recon. This is a recon.
Recon. That's right.
Yeah.
Saturday we're playing Uconn. Uconn has been in 6 regionals last 10 years. Won the Big East tournament and the regular season last year to get into the regionals, and picked first again in the Big East for this season. Coach, what can you tell us about the Huskies?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Pender, their head coach, and Coach McDonald, their pitching coach, are two extremely respected coaches, and I'm remiss leaving out the rest of their coaching staff. But that staff in general, I think they're like one of the longest tenured staff in the country as far as being together. And you do a quick Google search on Connecticut baseball pitchers, just start there. It's a pretty impressive list of arms that have gone on to professional baseball and Major League Baseball from that program. So, I mean, you can start right there. I mean, it's going to be tough to score against them. As they always have really fantastic arms. They have a tremendous talent in Reggie Crawford, who was on Team USA last summer. That's a two-way player for them. Who, unfortunately, I don't believe he's gonna be able to play this spring with an injury. But he's probably gonna be a high first-round draft pick out of their program this year. Just an electric arm and bat. And for me, I mention him because we always want to compete at our best, and we always want to face our opponent's best. So I was sorry to hear that he got injured this fall, but he's going to have a chance to play Major League Baseball for a long time, and they just have a heck of a program. Certainly one of the best in the Northeast, but year in and year out, they're there at the finish line with the NCAA tournament and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And we'll move you back to Louisville now, back to your comfort zone.
All right, now he's in his groove. Now he gets to talk about the next game.
Yeah.
Louisville, perennial regional team, 4 College World Series trips in the last 10 years, 2 supers in that time frame. Perennial Omaha team. I had a kind of a down year for them last year, but they're definitely looking to bounce back. They lost a lot from that roster, but brought in a lot of new guys to help fill the void. Anything you could tell us about the Cardinals, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, they have a pretty lengthy and storied history as far as trips to Omaha and super regionals and hosting regionals, and I think Coach McDonald is in the ABCA Hall of Fame, and he's got one of the best pitching coaches in the country, Roger Williams, that I think we touched on last week. He actually recruited me to play college baseball back in the early 2000s. So I think I couldn't think any higher of him as a coach and as a person. And he works with their pitchers, and then Eric Snyder, their third base coach, is one of the best recruiters and hitting coaches in the country. So regardless of you can do your homework on last year's team all you want. You can look at how many guys were drafted, but that program's gonna be at the top of the ACC year in and year out, and I've seen it enough firsthand to know that. So yeah, it's gonna be a really great opportunity for us Friday night or afternoon to play against them, because that's as good as a program in the country as there is, and I couldn't be more excited for our guys to get to play our game in that environment with that opportunity.
Yeah, sounds like 4 hungry teams with a lot to prove. It's a great way to start the season, Coach.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really am, and I know our guys are too. So,
now, as far as we know, these games are going to be on ESPN Plus We think.
Right. I
We're
think
fairly sure they're going to be on ESPN Plus. So if you have that subscription and it's not, it's well worth it to get that. So check into that, and you should be able to see the games. There's gonna be, one thing we always comment on is baseball families travel really well. All baseball families across, when you come into the Hayes and we've got a home series, and everybody's got quote unquote fans, and people say, I can't believe so and so brought fans on the road. I was like, no, those are parents, which is awesome. It's really a part of baseball culture. You get to meet people from all over the place. But we've got 4 guys on the roster. I think I'm stating that right. 4 guys on the roster from the state of Florida, including Austin Knight. And I'm anticipating there being a pretty big Niner gathering down there starting on Friday with all the families.
Yeah, I've had so many family members, former players, and others reach out to me really in the last few weeks and just say, "Hey, I booked a flight. I'm going. I booked a rental car. I booked a hotel. I'm going." So, and that's incredible. I mean, that's a big deal, and because we feel that energy. When we played the game last year, I mean, the only game we were really allowed to have fans was UNC Wilmington, the last series, and we were only allowed X number of tickets for the NCAA tournament, but we sold them all. And so, to all the family members and friends and former players and fans that are watching right now, it matters. I mean, it absolutely matters, and our dugout feeds off of that energy when it comes time to play the game. So, it means a great deal, and I hope that everybody is jumping on a plane or driving in a car to come see us play. They understand how much we appreciate it, and we're going to do everything we can to put on the uniform and represent this program and this university at the highest level.
Yeah, just doing this real quick here. I got Quentin Martinez from Orlando, Tony Rossi from Sanford, Florida. Of course, Austin is from Jacksonville, and there's another Jacksonville. Who am I missing here? 2 guys from Jacksonville. And, of course, as I'm efforting this, I swear there was Michelson. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Just couldn't read fast enough on the spot. Michelson. Yeah. So there should be a healthy Florida contingent down there. And not only that, but some of us Niners that are heading down there. So, hey, if you're been following the show or following us on social media or whatever, I'll have a ball cap on, so I should be I'll be recognizable. So say hello. Looking forward to that. Going to be a big weekend. But you touched on something that we'll touch on just quickly. How far we've come in the last year, because opening weekend last year, we were, not you, but the rest of us were standing on a hill.
Amazing.
Over here, we weren't even allowed in the stadium. We were standing on a hill outside the stadium, straining our necks to get the right view of the field.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's, people really care, and our guys feel it. And it matters, and so we just appreciate everybody's support, and so just continue to buy season tickets, as I know we're almost sold out of the lower bowl, and continue to block off weekends and midweek games of your schedule to come out here to the Hayes and watch this team play, because that just adds fuel to our fire when this place is packed out.
And I'll drop that in 704-687-4949, ticket office, charlotte49ers.com. So they would love to sell you tickets or help you join the Grand Slam Club, without a doubt. Coach, I usually ask you for your last word, but that kind of felt like a last word. You want to go with that, or you want to pile on top of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess I'll finish with where we started. I was sitting over there just listening to Nate talk about his recruiting experience and his story, and I just think I think what he and his family's belief in this program from that moment when he committed to come here. We talk about program changers. Nate Fuhrman's a program changer, and we don't accomplish what we accomplished last year without him. And I just think his spirit and his makeup just spreads throughout our entire dugout, and that motor is incredible, and it's inspiring, and again, it just pushes all of us to compete at a higher level. So really proud of Nate and what he's doing for our program on and off the field. I know he's a SAC leader here in the athletic department, representing all student athletes, and an incredible student, and just couldn't be more excited to hear his DMX walkout song, as I know that's become a staple in the program.
Walk-up songs are important, I mean, that's just...
We do talk about them a lot.
We do.
Not just on the show, but...
Yeah, they're important.
There.
They matter.
One quick thing, kind of breaking news, I guess, from today. Austin Knight was named to the preseason Golden Spikes Award watch list. So he's on that watch list again for the second year in a row. So congrats to Austin Knight. Last year was a semifinalist, so we'll see how this year goes. Hopefully,
time for another campaign.
Yeah, that's right.
Time to get it.
Yeah, he'll be the first one to tell you that it's the postseason awards he's going after.
Right.
So that and he means it when he says it. So but I couldn't be more excited. I think Major League Baseball missed out on him. I think Major League Baseball missed out on David McCabe and a few others, and couldn't be more thankful that they're here and we get to be around them every day. So getting ready to enjoy this ride.
Those boys are the appropriate mix of humility, and they are equal parts humble and cold-blooded.
Yep.
All at the same time.
They don't stop.
It's fantastic. Kevin, we don't have to try to talk ourselves out of being excited anymore. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's on. All right, folks. And we're again, really appreciate Nate stopping by. We're going to try to do that more often, rotate some players in and out of here. We got all kind of things on tap, players, coaches, and just get some different perspectives in here and let you hear from some different folks. So that's going to do it for tonight, folks. We are beyond out of time, so we're gonna wrap it up here. But look for this podcast wherever you find your podcast. Make sure to click subscribe in order to be notified of new content. Find Diamond Niner Report on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Still not doing TikTok. We love hearing from all of you. If you're old-fashioned like us, just say hello at the ballpark. Look for me at the ballpark in Tampa. I'll have my hat on and everything. So for Kevin, producer Brad, and Coach Woody, this has been Nick. We'll be seeing you real soon at the Hayes.
Go Niners.